Hey guys, this is the lehrbehr here for the second round of our 8-4 draft. Our opponent won the die roll and chose to play first. Although if we drew some runner lands here, this hand would be, pretty good. I still think that we need to mulligan this hand, because if we don't, we're just screwed. So I will choose to mulligan. This hand is a little bit better. We need to draw lands here, but it's better than the last one. I don't want to multiply, so we will choose not to mulligan. Archaeomancer into murder into getting back our murder with Archaeomancer is pretty good. Although we need to draw that second swamp for that to actually work out. Encrust will be nice though, and he's playing a Crimson Muckwader, which I'm not scared of. We'll see if he plays a swamp, then I will encrust it. If not, I'm probably just gonna Giant Scorpion to stall the board. He will swing in with his 2-1. Basically a bear. Take it. Let's see what he plays next. Plays a Tendon Knight. That's okay with us. We're going to play out our Giant Scorpion. Then pass the turn back. Hopefully he doesn't have the removal spell, or else we will definitely be in trouble. We can always encrust his Attendant Knight afterwards, but won't be in exactly a very good place. He plays Rummaging Goblin. I almost want to encrust this. He doesn't have the removal spell. I think I will actually. I don't want him to run through cards, gain a lot of card advantage, because right now we can stall the board, and eventually that card advantage will kill us. He doesn't have the removal spell for the Giant Scorpion right now, so it's okay for us to do this, I feel. He has the turn to slag, so now we might be in trouble. So he's gonna swing in with the Goblin. He'll drop us to 12, and hopefully we can start drawing some lands. That's not a land. So we're gonna have to pass back. We're probably gonna have to unsummon his maybe his Muckwader. Oh, we could bounce his soldier token to just kill it. Or he has Arms Dealer, which is okay. I think here we just wanna if we bounce the Crimson Muckwader, next turn he's gonna swing in for 6. It doesn't matter. I think here we'll just kill the soldier token. It's not looking good for us right now because we haven't drawn any lands this game, and he's gonna be able to kill whatever we play in terms of creatures, so that's gonna suck. We do draw a land, which is good, but it might be a little too late for us. At this point, I think we need to hope to draw another land next turn, and then an island, and then Archaeomancer unsummon his guy, because we need to murder right now. But we probably need to murder his Arms Dealer, go down to 4, and then hope to maybe play a creature next turn to block. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the play, because we need creatures to block at this point. We're going to murder his Arms Dealer, because that's just removal spells for him. And we do have Mark of the Vampire, which may be able to stall enough for us to get out of this. But if he has Chandra's Fury, we're also just screwed. We're going to pass back. We do draw a land, which is nice. Here, I think we want to play the... If he has a removal spell, we're dead. Anyway, so I think here we want to play the Zombie Goliath. To block out. And then hopefully next turn we can Mark of the Vampire it. He has a Knight of Glory. That is not good. He's going to swing in for 3. I think I just need to take it. Probably. Next turn we can go back up to 7. I think we just take it here. Yep. Oh, but he has pro black. That's not good. I think we're just dead. We can we rise from the grave something, that won't matter. His pro black guy is just gonna kill us now. We need that on summon. Or maybe we could have played Archaeomancer last turn instead of the Zombie Goliath. Because if we swing in with a Mark of the Vampire Zombie Goliath, he's just going to block with his Knight of Glory. And we're not going to gain any life. We drew lands too late. Play Mark of the Vampire here, he blocks. We don't gain any life. We're just kind of screwed. If we play Archaeomancer, you can block, and then he'll kill us. So I think we just concede here. That's probably just game. Alright, so he's white-black. Crimson Muckwader, Attendant Knight, so I think Crippling Blight is probably going to be good here. Cards that we don't want. I don't think we want Mind Rot, because it seems like his curve is very low. So it's not going to be as good, and won't hit as much stuff. And then I also think Rise from the Grave is not going to be good because his creatures don't seem that great in terms of killing, and we want as many low removal spells as possible, so we're going to play the double Crippling Blight. We'll choose to play first. This hand is not that great. I could keep this and try to be greedy, but it doesn't do much. We could try to draw out of it. Is interesting. He plays a Attendant Knight, we're screwed. Servant of Nephrox doesn't do anything. Neither does Zombie Goliath. I think we have to mulligan this hand. Actually, I'm not gonna mulligan. It seems okay. Hopefully we don't draw too many lands, and we can hopefully draw out of this. We draw Windrake, which is nice. So that'll get in for 3 in the air. Next turn, he's gonna play out nothing on turn 2. We draw another land, which we would like to stop right about now. We'll play out the Windrake. And he has nothing for us again. We'll play out the island. We would really like to stop drawing those lands now. We'll bash in for 3 in the air. He has nothing for us, so it looks like he has a really slow hand. It's an interesting keep on his part. Sorry. I still have a bit of that cough from last draft. I had to go back into the videos and like cut them all out, which was really frustrating, and hopefully I don't have to do that this time. I mean, he's got 4 mana. Maybe he's trying to planar cleansing us. We did see the planar cleansing. Was it that this draft? Oh no, it might not have been. But we need to be careful. He's gonna play Blade Tuskboar. I'm not sure if we want to trade here. Okay, the lands really need to stop. Here I think we're okay. Just if he wants to trade, I think we're just gonna swing in here with Windrake. I don't want to trade the Servant for the Blade Tuskboar right now. If he swings in next turn, it's gonna be hard for him to like really do a lot. So we'll see. I really hope that we can stop drawing lands. A murder would be really nice or something like that. But we're basically playing off the top right now, which is really bad considering he has 7 cards in hand, which is kind of brutal. Next turn, if he plays a 3 toughness guy, I think we'll just swing in with everybody. He'll probably trade with a Zombie Goliath, but we'll get in an extra point of damage, or an extra 2 points of damage. But I'm not sure if he can really swing in with the Blade Tuskboar right now, for fear of us just bashing back in for a lot. He will. We'll see what this is. Fire elemental maybe. Odric. Odric is good. Okay, so that's interesting. I think here we're gonna... So we drew a Welkin turn, which is good for us. Here we're gonna bash in with Zombie Goliath. We'll gladly... If he wants to block out, that's, you know, definitely fine with us. And this will deal an extra 2 points of damage. He's not gonna block, as you kind of figure. And then we're gonna play our Welkin turn. And we're gonna have him on a pretty decent clock. Hopefully he just doesn't have too many other guys for us to really swing in with. He's gonna drop us down to 11, and then if he plays another guy, then I mean it's gonna become a really close race. We'll see what we can do though. We'd really like to draw a removal spell, like any one of our spells right now. Divination would even work. Draw into stuff. Excuse me. Crippling Blight, not so much. This is an interesting keep by him. I'm not sure why he kept that hand. He is playing Turn to Slag on our Zombie Goliath, which is okay. He can't swing in with both. He's only going to swing in with the Odric. I mean, not the Odric, the Blade Tuskboar, which I would imagine is right. Draw another land, so that's not good, but we have him on a 3-turn clock, so hopefully we're fast enough to kill him. He also has us on a 3-turn clock, and he has a lot more cards in hand than us. We've just completely drawn dead, which was the problem in keeping that really slow hand, or the really land heavy hand in the beginning. I mean, I really think he would have played a creature last turn if he had it. If he bashes in here with Odric and the Blade Tuskboar, hopefully he plays a guy with only 3 toughness, and then we can swing back in and he'll have to block. He plays on a Johnny Sunstriker. Not bad. That will definitely save him some turns. And a Crimson Muckwader. He'll bash in for 3, drop us to 11, and he has 8, 10 power on board. That's Tormented Soul. That's not good. Oh God, it's really miserable. So we just have to bash in here and hope that he doesn't have a spell to kill us. We'll play the Tormented Soul to have 5 on board, and hope that he doesn't have a way to kill us. We have not drawn well at all. I mean, he also looks semi-flooded, but we've been much more so. We'll see what he chooses to do here. If he swings in with everything, we'll drop to 1, he'll go up to 3, and then if he has he needs to have 2 removal spells in his hand. He could also have like Chandra's Fury or Show of Valor. There are definitely a lot of cards that just kill us, but I think he would have, if he had it, he could just do it right now. Like, you just swing in with everybody, make sure I can't block, drop me to 1, and then burn me out or pump your guy to win. Not much else to speak about. Yep, and we won that game. So that was definitely really lucky, I feel, because yeah, we were gonna have a really hard time with that deck. I mean, we got really lucky that he was getting mana flooded too. He kept a really sketchy hand with his first play on turn 4. Luckily, we drew the Windrake and were able to like get a little bit of damage in earlier. But it worked out pretty well for us. So right now, I may want to take out the Crippling Blight now that I've seen that he has an Odric, something that's worth Rise from the Graving. I'm gonna put that back in. He does have, you know, I think we have enough removal otherwise to really deal with his other threats. I think, you know, Crippling Blight is definitely better than the Mind Rot in this matchup, but I think Rise from the Grave might be just better because he has that Odric to get back. And we have a decent hand here. If we draw one land, we can divination, and we also have a Mark of the Vampire and stuff like that, so we'll not mulligan. He also chose to keep. And we do draw another land, which is good. Hopefully we can draw a swamp so we can turn 2 Welkin, turn 3 Vampire Nighthawk. He has nothing for us on turn 2. We do draw that swamp, which is very nice. We'll see what he has for us on turn 3. I would imagine something. He does indeed have the Attended Knight. We will bash in with a Welkin turn. And then we'll play the Vampire Nighthawk. If he chooses to swing here, we won't block. He could just bluff it, which, you know, I'm not going to block. There's no way. I'm trading my Vampire Nighthawk for a trick and one of his guys. Plus we're going to gain back a lot of that life, and we have a Mark of the Vampire. So next turn, I don't think we want a Mark of the Vampire quite yet, because he has turn to slag. I think we want to leave up, we're going to divination and leave up unsummon, so that way in case he has a removal spell for our Nighthawk, we can unsummon it back to our hand. He has a Blade Tuskboar, which is okay. We draw Encrust, which is actually a pretty nice draw. So we're probably going to encrust that Blade Tuskboar when we get a chance to. But right now we're going to bash in, gain back some life, and then divination. And we draw another Welkin turn, which is good. That'll help us race a little bit better. We'll see if he has a removal spell this turn, that turn to slag or pacifism or something. And he's going to bash in for 6. He'll drop us down to 13. He has Odric. So at this point he would have killed the Nighthawk. I feel safe unsummoning his Odric to get some tempo and crusting his Blade Tuskboar. Or maybe perhaps Mark of the Vampiring up our Welkin turn so that way he has to choose. But I definitely want to tempo him here and bounce the Odric. And we're going to gain back. Actually, now we can play Welkin turn and Encrust. So I think I'm going to play out the island. Bash in here, going back up to 15. And then we're going to Encrust his Blade Tuskboar. And then play our own Welkin turn. We'll see what this is. I mean, he definitely has an Odric, so I don't think he would have played it last turn if he had a mass removal spell because he's trying to race us, it looks like. We don't need to play the Mark of the Vampire quite yet. So I think we're just really just bashing in until he shows us a reason to do anything else. He's going to play Ring of Thune, which is absolutely not a problem. We know he has Odric, so he has 2 unknown cards in hand. If he wants to equip up, that's not going to do anything. We'll see though. He's going to choose to bash in with his guys. We'll drop down to 12. And then he's going to pass. So this looks like Divine Verdict. He's going to Divine Verdict our Vampire Nighthawk. But we're just trying to race him at this point. So I think this turn we want to play, we swing in, we'll run right into his, Divine Verdict, and then next turn he'll most likely play Odric. He only has one other card in hand. And then we can Mark of the Vampire up one of our welcome turns and swing for game. So we're going to run right into the Divine Verdict here. He's going to Divine Verdict our Vampire Nighthawk, which is what I fully expect to happen. Yep, here it comes. Yep, that's fine. So he's going to drop down to 6, and then we should have him next turn, if everything goes according to plan. He'll drop us down to 9, which isn't a problem. He has 2 unknown cards in hand, now only 1, which makes it a good chance that we're in a pretty decent spot. He's going to play Odric. Once again, not a problem. And Rummaging Goblin, so that will be game. So the other play that I was thinking about the turn before this was to play the Mark of the Vampire on our welcome turn and then bash in, so that way we'd have to Divine Verdict that. But this way it just means that we just win the game anyway. I mean, we win the game a turn earlier, because I figured that he had the Divine Verdict there and then maybe like 2 other creatures. And that's probably it. I don't see him. Yep, then that was game. So that was round 2. I'll see you guys in round 3 as soon as it starts. I hope you guys are enjoying the draft so far.